2 Kings 1. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. The letter J is about 600 years old, while Yehoshua, the son of Elohim, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity more than 2,000 years ago. Yah is a very jealous El. He is so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And Yah is short for YahWeh, YahWeh, no difference. Yod Hey, Vav Hey. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only. And Yehoshua, when directly translated from Hebrew to English, is Joshua. 2 Kings 1. Melakim Bet. M-E-L-A-K with a line underneath of it, I-M. And then Bet is B-E with a half a check mark on top of it, T. The half a check mark will always be on top of it. The line is usually on top of a G and underneath of a K, but I'll still point that out because it might change. And the dot, when I say H with a dot, it'll be, the dot is in the center of the H at the bottom. And it's always been like that. I haven't seen it change at all. But 2 Kings 1. And Moab revolted against Israel after the death of Ahab, A-H with a dot, A-B with a line underneath of it, and Ahaziah, A-H with a dot, A-Z-Y-A-H, fell through the lattice of his upper room in Shomron. L-A-T-T-I-C-E, lattice. The lattice of his upper room in Shomron. I have to look that up to know what that is. I don't know what that is. And was injured, and sent messengers and said to them, Go inquire of Zebub, B-A-apostrophe-A-L, so Lord Zebub, Baal, dash capital Z-E-B with a line underneath of it, U-B with a line underneath of it, the mighty one of Eqron, E-Q-R-O-N, if I shall recover from this injury. But a messenger of YahWeh spoke to Eliah, E with a half a check mark, L-I-Y-A-H, the Tishbite, T-I-S-H-B-I-T-E, Rise up, go up to meet the messengers of the sovereign of Shomron, and say to them, Is it because there is no Elohim in Israel that you are going to inquire of Zebub, the mighty one of Eqron? So therefore thus said YahWeh, you are not going to get out of the bed to which you have gone up, and you shall certainly die. And Eliah went, and the messengers returned to him and said to them, Why have you come back? And they said to him, A man came up to meet us and said to us, Go return to the sovereign who sent you, and say to him, Thus said Yah, is it because there is no Elohim in Israel that you are sending to inquire of Zebub, the mighty one of Eqron? Therefore you are not going to get out of the bed to which you have gone up, for you shall certainly die. And he said to them, What was the man like who came up to meet you and spoke to you these words? And they answered him, He was a hairy man and wore a leather girdle around his waist. Girdle is G-I-R-D-L-E. I'm assuming that's like a belt. A really cool belt. A leather girdle around his waist. And he said, It is Eliah the Tishbite. He then sent to him a captain of 50 with his 50 men, and he went up to him, and see, he was sitting on the top of a hill, and spoke to him, Man of Elohim, the sovereign has said, Come down. And Eliyahu answered and said to the captain of 50, And if I am a man of Elohim, let fire come down from the heavens and consume you and your 50 men. And fire came down from the heavens and consumed them and his 50. He then sent another captain of 50 with his 50 men to him, and he answered and said to them, Man of Elohim, this is what the sovereign has said. This is what the sovereign said. Come down at once. And Eliah answered and said to them, If I am a man of Elohim, let fire come down from the heavens and consume you and your 50 men. And a fire of Elohim came down from the heavens and consumed him and his 50. And again he sent a third captain of 50 with his 50 men, and the third captain of 50 went up and came and fell on his knees before Eliyahu and pleaded with him and said to him, Man of Elohim, please let my life and the life of these 50 servants of yours be precious in your eyes. See, fire has come down from the heavens and burned up the first two captains and 50s of their 50s, or of 50s with their 50s. But let my life be precious in your eyes. And the messenger of YahWeh said to Eliyahu, Go down with him, do not be afraid of him. So he rose up and went down with him to the sovereign and spoke to him. Thus said YahWeh, Because you have sent messengers to inquire of Beelzebub, the mighty one of Ekron, is it because there is no Elohim in Israel to inquire of his word? Therefore you are not going to get out of the bed to which you have gone up, for you shall certainly die. And he died according to the word of YahWeh which Eliyahu had spoken. And Jehoram, Yehoram, reigned in his place in the 2nd year of Jeroham son of Jehoshaphat, sovereign of Yehuda, for he had no son. And the rest of the acts of Ahaziah, which he died, are they not written in the book of the annals of the sovereigns of Israel? And I looked it up. It says it in the Bible. When you go to 1st and 2nd Chronicles, in brackets it'll say annals. So all the books of annals it's in the Chronicles. Yeah.